Hello there, this is Sadie. I hope that you are well. We're going to do what for me is the second run of the day. I did Federation B earlier. It was a very low scrap run. Might have been the lowest of the streak so far. I'd have to double check that. Certainly if there was any lower, it was only one or two. But we got great weapons, and we were never really in any position where it looked like we might lose. We just kept finding empty jumps. We've got Zoltan C coming up. We played this not that long ago, actually, because it was one of the last ships on the last streak. And the last time we played this ship, we got a double reward, including a laser on the first jump. I hope that we get that again, but we probably won't be so fortunate. This ship is pretty bad and has a really awful power situation. Okay, we're going to go here and here. Generally on this ship you want to save for stores, because you really want to be able to just get something that allows you to do hull damage without having to spend a drone part each time. Well, they've destroyed our shield system. Okay, excellent. Please don't have the buffer upgrade. Okay, they don't. Take that fucking heavy laser out. The fire drone is bad too, but actually I can't run these guys both out because they're providing my damn power. They can stay in there for a moment longer. They just need to... Yeah, there we go. We'll take some fire damage here, but that's fine. Or at least we'll probably... I think the weapons will survive, but the piloting is probably going to burn out. Oh no, they both burned out. Oh well. Had that not been the shield hack event, we wouldn't have taken any damage at all, but, you know, there's not much we could do about that. You know, normally when our Zoltan shield went down, I'd have powered up the backup battery and powered my shield, but that was useless there. You know, they never got to fire the heavy laser, I don't think. But... at least that was a pretty good scrap reward. We will fight this ship. They do have mind control, which will be annoying. But they might not actually get to use that. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's take these 3 jumps and then hit the store with as much scrap as we can manage. The ideal on this ship is to get a heavy laser 1. The real ideal would be if we could somehow afford like an ion blast and a heavy laser 1. Because you get those, your weapons are set for a very long time, and you just look at getting systems. But we most likely will not be that fortunate. Especially if we don't make any scrap at these jumps. This is going to give us a map, but unfortunately it's also only going to give us a low scrap reward. I'd much rather more scrap right now. Ugh, solar flare. That's not ideal. There's another store. Don't know whether we can get to it without giving up. Well, I mean, if we go here, we'll be like, what, 1, 2, 3 there? And that's not particularly useful. We can consider that. The critical thing on this ship early is to just minimize the amount of time or to maximize the amount of time at the beginning of a battle before you have to activate the backup battery. The longer you can delay using the backup battery, the better it is. I used it a bit early there, actually. It's when the backup battery goes on cooldown and you have an enemy with dangerous weapons pointing at you that things get really, really bad. We can't get that laser charger. It's a shame. In order to buy this, we would need to sell one of these two things. And the problem is, if we sell one of these, how are we doing any damage before getting weapons 3? The answer is we don't. So we have to pass on that. And we also can't hit this other store, because that's going to get taken over. So we're going to instead go here, here, probably here, and around, take as many fights as I possibly can, so that by the next sector, when we start seeing more stores, I have the scrap to make them useful. This fight is often a double reward. They do not have a shield buffer, so let's fire the ion at weapons instead. Yeah, now I need to hit shields. Let's hit this to turn the charge laser off. It'll only be for a second, but when they bring that up, they've lost all the spin-up time. Yeah, double reward including an NG. That's really good. You go to engines, I guess. Nope, not accepting the bribe. That's very annoying. Almost worth considering that, but no. I need more scrap. This is a possible double reward. My wife is employing the tape measure in the other room, so the dog is barking at it. Don't know whether those are audible. They were not particularly full-throated woofs. Let's attack the slaver scum. Give me a high scrap reward. No escaping. Do we have 3 jumps here? Yes, we do. Cool. 1, 2, 3, out. Oh, okay, well this isn't a fight anyway. However, it is an escort quest, which means that the quest in the next sector could be a store. Oh, why couldn't you have dragged there? They have the shield buffer. That's very annoying. Okay, now I need to put this up. Welcome aboard, Frederick. My goodness. You stand in drones for now, then. Nope, we're not surrendering to slavers, especially not slavers that can't hurt us. Put 2 people in there, and we're completely safe because they have a charge ion and that can't get through our stuff. So, let's train. I'm not going to cross-train people. I think I'll just get the basics. Although, on the other hand, I guess I should at least get the weapons trained a lot. Once these 2 are trained, I can move them into shields, and I guess I can train these 2 on engines. Yeah, that'll do. Not bothering to train the Mantis on a system. Mantis will run around and eat borders. That's their role on the ship. Okay, you 2 go over here, and then you 2 go in there. I suppose I could train Frederick to be a pilot, in case we want the NG to be able to... Yeah, because we might want the NG to run around places. So yeah, actually we'll do that. These 2 both have engines training, so that is all the training that I want for now. Let's put you 2 in here, you over here. Let's find out what level oxygen they have. Level 2, it looks like. Let me just double check that. Yeah, that's level 2, so we're never crew killing this. actually, I'm going to put you two here. Depending on whether I'm dealing with borders or worrying about repairs, I can have either the Mantis or the NG on piloting. But we'll start with them like that. No. Rebel is much more dangerous because of auto ship possibilities, so let's not go there. Let's go to the Mantis sector. This also has 2 green sectors for Sector 3. And we can also keep an eye out for the Mantis ship collectors, although we might not necessarily be able to do that because the second part of that quest can be awkward. That quest is an escort, which means it might be a store, and we kind of have to go down there anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and then there and there. Unless we see a store before then. Okay, good, they can't dodge. And the beam drone will take them out before they can actually fire a missile at me with my Zoltan shield down. Nope. Please be a store. Nope. It is a rebel ambush. You go in there. Our Zoltan shield will unfortunately be down quite quickly in this fight. Oh, maybe it will actually stay up a bit longer than I thought. Excellent. Nice work, beam drone. You killed their beam drone. Okay, please stop hitting their oxygen. Yuck. Gonna use that right away here. We should actually kill this ship pretty fast because the ions and the asteroids are gonna do a number on their shields and allow my beam drone to tear them to bits. Excellent, we have boatloads of scrap. Well, this has cloaking and hacking, but no weapons. I'm gonna buy the hack. And that. I theoretically could have sold the Zoltan shield there to buy cloaking, but I don't think that would have been worth it because I couldn't have powered cloaking and hacking right now anyway, and I need to keep scrap for an offensive upgrade and or a shield upgrade before the end of this sector. We will lead them to their destination. That is also possibly a store. Have a look here. We never did see... Oh, did we see that sector? I don't remember. That jump, I can't remember. We won't be hacking most fights because obviously we need the drone parts. But occasionally, in, you know, very dangerous situations, even though it costs you 2 drones, you just need to put that up so that you don't die. We have a chance at another store this sector, but it isn't very high, like, other than, you know, potential, like, quest stores. So I'm going to prioritize going to this quest over seeing these beacons up there. This quest could also give us Reactor, which, unfortunately, it's a fight. But, yeah, that quest also sometimes gives you free Reactor, which is a very, very good reward early on Zoltan C, because this ship, the first 3 reactor bars actually cost double the usual amount because you have a weak reactor. Excellent. We got that down just in the nick of time. The weird thing about Zoltan C is it actually does pretty well in the vast majority of early fights. It's unusual as a ship in that it's more likely to die, although there are some early fights you do really badly in, mostly offensive drone fights. But it's a ship that is more likely to die due to failing to scale because of its awkward weapons than it is to die due to just some brutal Sector 1 fight. We will attack this ship. Excellent. Get him, beam drone. But yeah, we haven't used hacking once and we're in single digits on drones already. Of course, that's one of the reasons we're so high on scrap, is just we've had lots of fights. Ooh, outpost. But yeah, I wish we'd been able to get just that extra bit of scrap that we needed to buy the charge 2. Nice work, beam drone. So, we got a double scrap reward. We're doing really, really well on scrap. It's just we need something to spend it on. It looks like we have another jump here. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we have another jump. Nice. This beam drone knows what's up. So we have 2 green sectors next time out, so we have at least 2 sectors that have 2 to 3 stores. We're going to go to the civilian sector, and if we don't see an immediate store, then we'll spend some scrap. Yeah. Okay, we need to do this, I think. So this offense against enemies with 2 shield bubbles is awkward, but you can make it work. You have to charge the charge ion up all the way, which is unfortunate, because that buys the enemy time to charge their own weapons. Oh, that bit of the sector is so bad. Jump here and see if we can spot a store. We have a clone bay, we can take this. I would often take this anyway for the chance to get crew, but we've already gained 2 crew. So let's do that, get a high scrap reward. And we're going to keep looking for stores. I really do not want to have to go up into this corner of the sector, but I also do not want to not see a store. So, absolutely not. Oh, for fuck's sake. There are no weapons. I'd love to buy the combat drone, but I don't see that that helps us that much. We don't have the capacity to use multiple offensive drones in a fight. I'm buying both the drone parts, though. We at least know that's not a store, so there is at least one somewhere else in this sector up here. I don't know whether we can reach it, though. Oh god! This is extremely bad. I'm hacking their drones. Unfortunately, we did not blow any of their drones up. Thank God those all hit. I guess you might as well. We just need to end this fight, even if that means taking a shield bubble down. Actually, you can go in there. Nope. Ugh, that fight was spooky. That fight was horrible. Horrible, horrible fight. Okay, so the other store is here, 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 or here. I think if we go this way, we're diving, which we can't do even with a nebula dive. Yeah, because if we go here, I mean, we could hypothetically hit a store here, go 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, we couldn't. So let's go here. Check out those beacons back there that we can go to. This is almost a situation desperate enough to consider buying an unknown weapon for 45 scrap. The problem is, A, there could be a store at the next jump where we need that scrap. But also, you can take that option and they'll just steal it. Like, they're not guaranteed to act. If you have mind control, you can get an option where they'll tell you what weapon they're trying to give you, or if they're trying to rip you off. We need to hack in this fight. They have a burst laser too. And the heavy ion is actually quite bad as well, because that can take up most of our Zoltan shield on its own. We're gonna take that. 2 drone parts. Ends the fight. Great. I wish I could look at the map. If I delay the rebels, could I potentially get to a store? If there's one at the jump up above where I am now. I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no. I'm not sure if we can fight this ship, or if we should. They're good weapons. I don't know if that's an Artemis missile or not. It's a lot more dangerous if it is. Yeah, I think I can fight it. I'll have to hack, but... No, it's a Lido. Oops. That was very dumb. Why did I do that? I mean, fortunately those shots all hit, but... Thankfully we split out the mini beam and the laser. Thank God that burned down. Because they have got their shields back because of the ion going down for a moment there. Excellent. Is this a crew kill? This might be a crew kill, because they can't flee, and that fire could just spread into oxygen. Or it will spread into shields. Either way, it's going to burn this Mantis to death, so this is actually a crew kill. Yeah, if it spreads there, he's just going to go and batter on the doors and fail to get through. There wasn't a store there anyway, so and I don't think that delaying the fleet would have allowed me to go to one there. It must have been at one of these 2 jumps. It's frustrating. Okay, thank God it's a ship that only has 1 shield bubble. This is the first one of these we've seen in this sector. Nope. What I'm going to do actually is upgrade this. I'll need that for when I get other weapons anyway, but at the moment what I need it for is to just, if I take a hit on my weapons, I need it to stay up. What do we have next? We're going to the NGO worlds. We're in good shape as long as we can find a store that has weapons. Are you a store that has weapons? You're not. God damn it. One moment. Okay, we are back. Thinking on this, I think there is only one play here, unfortunately, which is this. I don't like this. It locks us out of cloaking permanently. And Zoltan C is not exactly a tremendous boarding ship. But the thing is, there's maximum only one store in this sector. What if it's there? We've had to take this fucking weird path to get to this store. And if we cannot scale our offense up, we are utterly screwed. And this is the only thing we have here. So, we are buying a teleporter on Zoltan C, something I've never had to do before, but desperate times call for desperate measures. This is the result of not being able to buy that charge 2 way back when. We're now going to save all these Zoltans in shields, because honestly, in most fights we don't need the charge ion or the beam drone. So put you here. I want to get hacking up. One good thing about this is that it does mean for the remainder of the run we just need to focus on upgrades. We will, by the time we face the flagship, need to get something that actually does damage, because we're going to be facing phase 2 without cloaking, and that's very, very dangerous. So we will need to get something that will deal reasonable hull damage. So there's going to be a store in like 2 jumps with a burst laser 2 or something. Have the NG hail the ship. Cool, a bunch of fuel. Yeah, I'm going to push power, and I'm going to actually get hacking up to level 3 as soon as possible now, because weapon hacks are very, very important. Nope. No, we need the hack. Of course, we have no way to deal with, a good way to deal with medical units right now. So we're going to need to break all medical units with our boarders, which is annoying. Send in the Zoltans. What are you hacking? That's not good. We need to make sure our crew do not die. Fortunately, they will keep running to defend their weapons. It actually doesn't matter if they kill these guys with the explosion damage, because, you know, like their Zoltans are coming back out, but if they kill my people with their explosion damage, that doesn't matter too much, because the clone bay would come back online. However, here it looks like they're going to just kill them, so let's not allow them to do that. No. You go here. When the hack ends, run back in there. over, actually at the end of the expensive power bars, which is very, very good. There's not very much in this run that could be regarded as very, very good, but that certainly is one thing. Actually, the primary thing about this run that has been good is that we did get a bunch of crew drops, and that made going for a teleporter, instead of a completely desperation move, something that was just a little bit oddball. It should actually save you in engines, because there's no point in having 3 Zoltans in shields. But I could put all 4 of them in there, but while my Zoltan shield is up, I don't need to do that anyway. We can't go there. We'll take the fuel. We've made like no scrap in this sector. Okay. We're going to reprogram the virus. Why do we get this reactor upgrade just after we finally finish getting through the cheap reactor bits? Or the expensive reactor bits, I ask you. Hey, there's no weapons here either. So... literally, we've had one store, and it was the first one. And the weapons were too expensive to be able to buy. That makes me feel very good about my decision to get a teleporter. Well, it doesn't make me feel very good about it. It makes me feel somewhat relieved about the decision to do that. We're saving our scrap because we want Hacking 3 next. Absolutely not, we need drum parts. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Well, let's go to the Lanius sector with our boarding Zoltan C ship. No, we're just not fighting this. They have cloaking and mind control. There's no way we're killing that. Okay, good. Go out there. Don't hack my med. You fucking dickhead. Well, human's gone. Get you out. I think I need more people over here to just finish the fight. If they hadn't had such tough crew, it wouldn't have mattered here. But, like, we cannot allow them to kill more of our crew. It's too important that they stay alive. You get over there. You go in here. Go in shields. That'll drag them. Oh, now other people can die because we've broken their hack, but... Okay, we got crew back, so it's kind of a wash. Our human has become a slug. It's a miracle. Yeah, that's the problem with our Zoltan shield here, actually, is that it can delay hacks past the point. Just venting everybody. Their skill will go, but too bad. I just need them to be at full health. Even though we just obtained a slug, I'm not using them on piloting, I'm using them as a border to replace the human I just lost. I really, really wish we could get a bomb or a missile of some kind to support our boarding. That would have prevented that from happening at all. And then we'd be in a pretty good position, because we'd be, you know, Mantis plus human plus slug plus a Zoltan. That's not a fantastic boarding team, but it'll do. But that was not to be. Instead, we must mourn the loss of friend human, whose name I don't remember. Also, we don't have enough scrap to get our hacking up, which sucks. Yes. Now we need to bump the teleporter up. Ah. Ow. Ooh. That's certainly not a good missile, but it is a missile. And we can use that to shut down systems. And we can do that. I probably want to rush boarding 3. And then just grab a lot of power. Then it's just shields for the rest of the run, basically, until we find stores that have weapons, if such things exist in this run. I, for one, am not persuaded that they do. vent these idiots out. Okay, they broke that, that's fine. Okay, this is quite bad. If we board them, they're going to immediately mind control somebody. I think I need to wait at least until my Zoltan shield goes down, because then they can at least mind control somebody on my ship. Get all 4 of you in here. It missed. Of course it did. Okay. Oh, for the love of God, will you stop that? Split those shots up. They don't have a clone bay, which is something. Go in here. Okay, on the positive side, we got them out of there and they warped someone back. Let's try to dodge around them. The Lanius was draining oxygen from that room, and then once the oxygen was drained, the Mantis was moving somewhere else, and the Lanius was trying to follow him, so they were actually completely harmless. If I can shut their weapons down, we can board it. Just the problem is, obviously we board, our crew are going to die repeatedly. And as long as they have the ability to hit my clone bay, I simply can't take that risk. As much as I want scrap from this fight, I want to make sure I don't die more. You know, if I lose crew, I might just outright lose the run. That's not an acceptable risk. Okay, now we can use our clone bay. As long as we keep enough shields up. That the asteroids can't hit it. These are all 2-power weapons, so even 1 point of repair is not going to enable them to actually use. their guns. Put this back up because I may need to use another. When we get these two down low enough on health, or one of them, they will just flee, even if they're winning the fight. So let's concentrate on doing that right now. Okay, good. They ran away. Nope. I cannot let you fire that. Certainly not while my Mantis is on his way back. Okay. I mean, they've been dodging my missiles like fucking fiends, but... let them fire this again. Okay, good. That's not aimed at my Klondike. Nope. It's boarding time. Yeah! That was actually a really bad reward, considering that that was a fucking Lanius bomber that we spent like 8 missiles on. We mostly need to get out of this sector and get somewhere where we're having an easier time actually fighting things. They don't have a medical unit. I think we can just overwhelm them. Especially, you know, we have a Zoltan shield to protect us for the first little while. Yeah, like we've already got one down. Go in there to start hitting him. These Lanius scout ships, they're fine, because they only ever have 2 crew on them. So they're not too bad to try to board. Sure, our crew will die, but there you do that every time we board anyway, so who cares? Do that so we can have the whole missile powered all the time. I think next up we need to work on our shields. Oh, there's a store. So we'll take a couple of jumps, then go to the store. One moment.
Can I just say?
Okay, we're back. Let's take a couple jumps and then go to this store. Okay, I'm only going to one store, I think, or do I want to go to two just to have two chances to buy fuel? I think we're doing that, which is quite sad. But this entire run is quite sad. Hey, look, there are weapons here. They're not very good weapons. I could consider buying the Ion Blast to help me get through Zoltan Shields, except Charge Ion Beam and Beam Drone is doing that quite well anyway, so... I was considering whether or not to buy the whole beam, and then I realized, wait a minute, that's a breach bomb too. I wish I could buy more drones too, but I have only so much money. Yeah, give me free stuff. Search among the stores, more free stuff. Hooray! We definitely do not want to go to a Zoltan sector. Slug isn't great either, because boarding late game slug ships is a gigantic pain in the ass. But it's better than dealing with Zoltan enemies when I don't have like mind control counter and other things can cause problems. Yoink! Okay, let's try to farm up as much scrap in this sector as we possibly can to make up for the dreadful run so far, but I will be doing that later because I'm going to go walk the dog now. Okay, we are back. We know there are no stores outside of the nebula. Recording there. Okay, fortunately we're good at getting through this Zoltan shield pretty fast. And we're protected by our own Zoltan shield until that happens. Guys, go join in. I guess now that I have the breach bomb, I should really start one of my crew in weapons to get faster charge. Nice. And yeah, those are the kind of fights that we need to see for a little while. Ideally ones without a Zoltan shield, but, you know, fights where we use one drone, well, actually we use two drones there. Fights where we use, you know, only a couple of consumable resources and don't take damage. Sadly, the scrap reward was a bit trash. Although I suppose that's because we got a stun bomb, of course. And we will be selling that because that's not especially better than what we've already got. A lot of Elizabeth's weapon training unfortunately is gone, but there's not much we can do about that until we get more crew. We need to keep boarding with our Zoltans. Yeah, I will actually stick to Zoltans in weapons. They'll be the ones that board. and they can make the first breach bomb faster. Kill you. You now be distractions. Power on our ship goes all over the place because we're boarding the Zoltans, which causes all kinds of weirdness. I want to start saving scrap for stores now. We would like to buy something that enables us to kill phase 2 faster in particular. We could potentially rely on the beam drone for DPS, but then we need a way to get shields down for an extended period. We're limited on those methods. At least at present. If we get the right boarding crew, I may honestly chuck a Zoltan off the ship, which is a strange thing to contemplate, but... way to think about it. They give me power, sure, but then when they're boarding, they're not giving me that power anyway. So if I throw them off for people who are actually good at boarding, we're mostly the same as if we still had them. Okay, so the thing to do here... It's frustrating that they've gone immediately into Clone Bay. They may break it. If they do, which they have, don't panic. Let them run around the ship, potentially breaking other stuff if necessary. Get oxygen back into that room and then go and fix it. Like, if they break another system or two, that doesn't matter too much. What matters is if they don't kill my crew. Or at least, if they do kill my crew, they don't do it until the Clone Bay is back up. And we see another storm. I would not mind finding one of the many events in these sectors that gives you slug crew. I would put them in my boarding team for now. Obviously, I'd prefer a Mantis, but... we have no way to reliably get those here. There are some things here that are interesting. I think we're gonna sell that. We're gonna buy Zoltan Shield Bypass and a defense drone. The defense drone's value is significantly higher than in a normal run since I can't get cloaking. And you know, sometimes... Oh, well, there's another store. Oh well. Sometimes we're having fights where they get through the Zoltan Shield and still have a... and they still have the option to use their missile weapon on me. So this will stop that. And, of course, bypass is quite useful. We are refusing, which will cause a fight. Nice. Just vent them over there while that's still going, although the slug repair gel will fix it. That store location, unfortunately, is terrible, so we're skipping there. In that case, let's start bumping the shields up. Then we'll get the teleporter to level 3. We'll not bother saving scrap for a little while now because I know we're not seeing another store until next sector. I suppose one could come up from an event, but I don't generally rely on that ever happening. I wouldn't mind damage buffering the clone bay, but that's not that essential. I mean, the only crew that we've lost because of an issue with the clone bay this run, that would have happened regardless of what level our clone bay was, because they hacked the damn thing. This ship's going to be really fucking annoying. Yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4... They have 5 crew in the med bay. However, we can minimize the effect of their med bay because they're stuck behind these locked doors. Oops. They got out of there, but they're not getting out of there. We're gonna need a lot of drone parts, which I don't like, since we don't have lots of drone parts. But I don't like anything about this run much. Making me buy a teleporter on fucking Zoltan C. It's funny because sometimes people think that like the high level meta for this game results in every run being exactly the same. And, like, yeah, there's an optimal path that you want to go, and that's the most common sort of way to play through the game. You get some guns, you get hacking and cloaking, you go from there. But the game doesn't have to give you those things in anything like an in a meaningful time frame, and sometimes you just have to improvise. And sometimes you don't, and that's absolutely fine. We're going to choose weapons here because then we get a guaranteed high scrap reward. Does mean we can't use the breach bomb, but I think we'll be fine. Although this is fucking annoying because we need to actually let them get through our Zoltan shield. Because they're gonna just, otherwise when we board them, they're just gonna mind control immediately anyway. Go in there and punch that down. We need to get rid of that if we're gonna have any success in this fight anyway. Should I even start punching this down? Yeah, good. We actually might need to send more Zoltans over. I am not letting you fix that. Okay, so we need to see what happens here, because we could take damage. We did, and that's quite bad. Yeah, I'm gonna send more guys over. Just use that for the brief moment that we can, because it's going to go out in a moment. Okay, we actually prevented our hacking from going down. That's good. You go in there. You guys go in here and finish punching them down. Okay, there was definite risk there. I probably should not have let them hack my weapons here, but obviously I couldn't see what weapons they had, so... Ugh. That was ugly. There's a raging fire somewhere. Ah, that's where. So yeah, noted. I should not have done that. I don't want to bring my crew back until the fire is out, just I don't want to have any risk whatsoever that it somehow spreads to the clone bay and we die permanently. No, don't do that. Zoltan power nonsense. Yeah. Annoyed at myself, that was a greedy move. I definitely have a tendency to get greedy with that event sometimes and then regretting it. We will attack. Not yet. Switch that off. We should now just win. Once this slug dies, let's swap who's tanking damage. Don't think we need to use another drum part here. I maybe should have just used a drum part to prevent that 2 damage there, considering we're pretty low on hull. One problem is just that when we've been going to stores, we've been buying stuff and not been able to repair. Like that last one, I didn't repair beyond about 21, 22, which is clearly not ideal. And if we die due to scratch damage, that will be why. And, you know, I bought a Zoltan Shield bypass that hasn't thus far done anything. We are reasonably safe here. We can potentially hack this breach missile twice before it gets to fire. But if necessary, I will be putting a defense drone up to stop it, because can't be allowing a 4 damage missile to shoot at me. Got it. Don't want you two in there because you do more damage. Excellent. Amazing. A crew member who is actually good at hitting things. I can now use Rock Mantis as my initial team and Slug Zoltan as my secondary team. That means I have one Zoltan that I can actually keep in weapons. The Slug will go sit indoors so that they're nearby. And in fact, I might park. I might as well keep the other Zoltan in weapons to start the battle. to give power. I just need to make sure that it doesn't cause the breach bomb to depower at an inconvenient time. I think we can counter the hacking here, because this is a coffin ship. We'll just board weapons and break them manually. We don't even need to send 4 boarders over, I don't think. We break one of these 2 weapons, we're safe. Yep. We're completely fine. This glaive beam can fire at me all day if it wants to. I might actually train here. Get exploded on. Yeah, should I train here? My NG already has pilot training. I can get weapon training back with my charge eye on. Yep, let's do that. I'm gonna punch the weapons all the way down then. Do you still have... Yeah, you still have all your engine training, so it's fine. And I don't want to have the possibility that this somehow puts together a ridiculous level of hits and hits my clone bay or something important. So let's just punch it down all the way. I want to save scrap for stores now. We might only have 1 store left, and I at least need to buy a bunch of repairs. Okay, weapon training is done. Go and kill this fool. This is a guaranteed high scrap reward either way, but it's cheaper to get a crew kill here. I don't need to vent the rock. Half our crew won't be on our ship anyway. Well, we have enough scrap to do something meaningful at a store now, which is very good. I would still like to buy some sort of weapon that deals meaningful amounts of hull damage. Otherwise, we will need to be creative in Phase 2. I've had enough of runs lately where I have to be creative in Phase 2. It was very concerning that I would need to be extremely creative in that Rock A run. We have enough, I think, to take both of these. Yes, we do. Excellent. Although one of them, admittedly, is probably just an empty nebula jump. But sometimes you fight like pirates at unmarked beacons in nebulas. Nope. Fend for ourselves, attack and escape. This is a very easy fight. We shouldn't need to spend any bombs here. We might even be able to do this without hacking, since, you know, they have just 4 humans and no medical unit. Those two don't need venting because we get 2 jumps before the next fight. Although I inadvertently ran you through a room with no oxygen, which will take you below the threshold where you'll heal with 2 lots of Clone Bay passive healing, but whatever. They'll be close enough. We're most definitively going civilian. We could deal with Rebel easily enough because you're fighting an auto ship, we just board it. But, there are more stores in civilian. And we get one right away to make sure that we do not just die from scratch damage, and holy crap! Where were you earlier in this run? Okay, well, we're buying the flak, and we're buying the heavy laser. I'm selling the charge ion because we're never going to upgrade our weapons enough to use all of those. I'm just getting these. That'll do. We once again have not been able to buy full repairs. And when I say not been able to, I mean chose not to because we graded for the ridiculously good weapons that were here. But the shield charge booster is kind of tempting, but I'd have to sell one of the augments I already have, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, shield charge booster is quite good if you are going to be going into the drone phase of the flagship and you know you won't have cloaking. If I just drop a breach bomb into the weapons, this fight becomes safe. So let's do that. We don't even need to board again, let's just use our flak and heavy laser from here. One shield bubble is sufficient to be safe. So I might as well board again just to make this slightly less tedious, since currently we need every single shot to hit to do anything. Zoltans are not very good at boarding auto ships because When you're boarding an auto ship, all that matters is how many hit points do you have. Unless you're a Lanius or a Crystal and have resistance to suffocation, which effectively is just more hit points in these situations. And Zoltans have the lowest hit points of any species in the game. Get something we can sell. Let's take these and then circle back down into the nebula. Upgrade-wise, now we just want to pump our shields and then get our weapons up later on. But we only need to go to weapons 5, which is reasonably cheap. Let's offer them assistance and beam them aboard our ship. Cool. The defense drone there sometimes gives you different rewards, and you can take damage doing that. And it costs you a drone part, so... I think sometimes either of those blue options can get you the Federation base quest, which is generally quite nice, but at this point in the run I wouldn't want it because it might not be able to spawn. Okay, skipping that to go here, here, store, and then down into the nebula. This is another fight that one breach bomb can render completely safe. Sure thing, dodge all of my shots. I'm revoking your dodge privileges. You're abusing them. Level 3 piloting. Disgusting. I may end up buying crew at that store if there's like another Mantis or something. Just give me somebody that's not a Zoltan to be my 4th boarding crew. Can actually take that because we're about to hit a store, we can buy more fuel there, and we get 10 fuel at the end of this sector anyway. But we want to make sure we have good amounts of missiles for next sector. I would normally love a drone recovery arm, but you know, we had to do weird stuff on this run. And are we getting rid yet? Elizabeth, you can stay behind here. We will attack the pirate. Switch that off. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I just threw a Zoltan off the ship, so... That was actually just Elizabeth in a wig. Fake mustache. We definitely want to hit as many repair stations next sector as we can, because we have critically low drone parts. I'll go to a store before the end of this sector anyway, because we've got one back here. So I'll take probably this, that, exits, quest, store. That's probably my best path. One breach bomb here will prevent them escaping. Let's keep the half damage on weapons. Good. Give me my low scrap reward. This is one of the more nothing events in the history of nothing. We want to bend these guys anyway, so... Since we only have a level 1 Clumber. Now this is awkward. If we go here, we have 2. There we have 1. We may need to go to the store before the quest. It's not the end of the world if we have to do that. But hopefully we make some fuel from this jump or this one, and it's irrelevant anyway. There are a few things that could be useful in a store. An anti-drone would be very good for phase 2. We'd swap out the defense 1 drone for that specific phase. I don't know how they ended up in engines. Welcome aboard. You get out. If I had enough time, maybe I could have chucked the NG off and used them as a slug pilot, but I don't have the time to be able to do that. And having an NG is helpful in its own right. Search among the stores. Okay, well, we have a store here anyway. And there's that anti-drone we were talking about. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Cool, we can immediately just go to the store and sell that. Buy 1 power. Do that just in case we get tagged by the ASB here at the dive, because, you know, that could very easily happen. And let's get some of these upgrades. In the next sector, we would like to upgrade our weapons. But, you know, we may or may not be able to do that in time. We only really need to get them to weapons 5, so we should be able to do that. And just buy as much power as we can get away with. Our Zoltan shield does, unfortunately, not block the ASB, so that could just pierce through and hit piloting or something annoying. That's fine. Give me 10 fuel and 10 repairs. Perfectly calculated. Give me drone parts. Missiles are also useful there, but the drone parts are the big thing. upgraded that just in case. I want to damage buffer my clone bay as well. It's okay, good go. She's hearing something that is distracting her. I don't know what it is. Now, unfortunately, this ship will be annoying because we're gonna board and it will immediately mind control that guy. But I just want to break these weapons. We can't get hit by this missile because the Zoltan shield will protect us. And there we go. There is no point boarding right now because if we do, they're going to immediately engage the mind control. So I may just need to let them get through my Zoltan shield so they can mind control somebody on my ship, so that my boarders will actually do something. But maybe we get lucky and get a volley where all 4 shots hit. You know, if I was able to board without immediately having somebody mind controlled, I'd just board piloting and break that. Okay. We can ignore that. Now we can ignore it permanently. So we are fighting the ship. This is some beefy crew. And a lot of them, too. We're gonna need to put a defense drone up here, unfortunately. Just want to push as much power as we possibly can. And it looks like we should be able to get a reasonable amount. We have multiple fights to go to. We are guaranteed crew kills because we're a boarding ship. So none of the not enough time events are going to screw us on scrap. We're still at 13, which is not very much, but that's how Zoltan C goes. And this is indeed a not enough time event, but fortunately it doesn't matter. Oops. Yeah, one event, both of them. Good, that hasn't been taken over. We might even be able to get a repair station in between phase 1 and 2 if we're lucky. Although it looks, unfortunately, like we have to dive. In fact, we definitely have to dive to get to the base. I suppose we could go to fight the flagship right now, fight phase 1, and then go to the repair station afterwards. That prevents us having to dive. But it also prevents us farming more scrap. There's also a risk if we do that. If we go here and then say the repair station gets taken over, we don't have anywhere we can go to put the anti-drone on our bar. I think it's probably still worth doing. Because if we go here and here, there's a possibility this gets taken over anyway. We still don't have anywhere safe to go. We've probably taken damage in the dive. Yeah, let's go fight the flagship now. Phase 1 should not be that hard. We just do usual boarding stuff, with the exception that we need to actually deal with their missile artillery because we can't cloak hack cycle it on account of not having cloaking. Things could also get spicy if we have a delayed hack that hits our cloud bay. That's also annoying. Still, we have enough missiles, we should be able to keep that locked down. I may be able to selectively re-engage at a critical moment to hack their medbay. Since they've blown my hack up, I can pick a different system if I want. Get in there. We can't stop them from running, but we can stop them from fixing that, and that's all that matters at the moment. wasted a bit of time there. Unfortunately, they're gonna most likely finish actually, yeah, I'll just do that. They were gonna finish fixing it otherwise, but get in there. We're outnumbered, but we can just kill a bunch of their crew off. Stop that. Stop them fixing this. You know, eventually they'll all get dropped so low on health that they won't be willing to try to come in here. And we can just pick them all off, and we seem to pretty much be at that stage now. Yep, you're coming over here. I think that's their last person, yep. Remove their ability to dodge. Don't use any more bombs. We'll just punch down shields and flak heavy them. No cloaking. Okay, so that's phase 1, no damage. And the repair station is still there. Cool. Let's just buy power now, because I want to use all 3 of my weapons in these phases. So I can use the anti-drone instead of the defense drone, instead of the beam drone rather, in this phase. Because yeah, like I was going to have to rely on the beam drone to give me DPS in this phase, but that was before I got the flak heavy. There's a possibility I could use the defense drone to keep their boarding drone off me in this phase, but I wouldn't rely on that. So I'm going to still do level 2 oxygen. Although actually I don't need to do that right at the outset, because they can't board me through the don't need to hack missiles here, we're going to hack shields because my 2 boarders will destroy the missile system before it ever gets to do anything. Let's put a breach bomb in drones, if we can, which currently we can't. Anti-drone is doing great work there, our Zoltan shield is still up. Ha, get wrecked. Lol. That will never be able to land on my ship because we breached it. Wow. Oh. I shouldn't have been auto-firing that, whatever. Wow. 0 damage phase 2. Beam drone. This is the only thing I can spend my scrap on, so okay. Now we'll have the problem we've had previously in fights against enemies with mind control here. The second we board them, they'll mind control us. We might need to, since we have bypass, our bomb will go through. I'm wondering whether or not we should just use the breach bomb on mind control and then board. That's probably our best option, which is extremely sad, but yeah, there's no point sending 2 people over if they're immediately going to get brainwashed. Otherwise, I'd be just boarding into missiles to try to keep them offline. Excellent. One hit from the missile. If we breach bomb piloting, they'll never be able to dodge a shot. Yeah, this run was quite weird. We don't need to breach bomb anymore. Our clone bay is down. Get back over here then. Yeah, that actually was a pretty reasonable flagship fight. That run was very strange, but you know, that's one that I will remember, and hopefully it was memorable to watch, having to go really, really outside of what you would typically do on Zoltan C. Reasonable score for such a strange run. 3, 2, 1. We already did Slug A. We already did Zoltan C. We just did that. Okay, so Roxy will be next. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.